Hello and welcome to the Photoluminescence bonus 2 episode with Salmon. Yeah, he was there in the main story, and that's pretty much the only place where I saw this doll here. It is also a rare male doll. Let's figure out what does he do. He's from Arcadia, that much as I know. Also, his voice actor, yeah, NeuroCloud do have voice actors because someone has to voice the battle lines at least, is a pretty busy voice actor. And it's also Blade, voice actor from Starrail. Starrail, right. And okay, let's go through his files. Salmon, UL Security, November 24th birthday, warrior, Ultimate Life holdings. Ultimate Life is definitely medical safety officer. Okay, interesting. The UL Security is a media bodyguard doll developed by Ultilife. Compared to other Ultilife dolls, the UL Security is not equipped with any medical equipment or modules. Instead, it is furnished with a high output power source and combat gear derived from repurposed medical equipment. Officially published data indicates that the UL Security has comparable performance to Universal Anything Bodyguard series as well as a certain degree of medical knowledge, allowing it to be used as a makeshift nurse doll when needed. The UL Security was never put on sale and served only in Ultilife Security Division. At Ultilife recommendations, the UL Security, known as Salmon, was selected for Project NeuroCloud at the end of 2059. I must say he looks very well, like serial killer style, something like this. Okay, doll profile 1. Ultilife developed the UL Security medical bodyguard doll in order to safeguard medical personnel and medical type dolls during unstable or violent situations. Unlike Universal Anything Bodyguard or Security 2.0 series, which are intended for civilian use, the UL Security employs military-grade technology. Its custom-made endoskeleton far exceeds the output needed for security duties, and its specialized combat modules make the UL Security's form factor appears excessively muscular and bulky compared to most civilian dolls. When its various combat modules are all factored in, the UL Security possesses an aggressiveness and threatening air that is unsuited for a medical environment, a fact that has sparked much debate and conjecture over its true purpose. Naturally, public discourse surrounding the UL Security does not merely revolve around its appearance and equipment, and suspicions about Ultilife itself are still ongoing. It has been pointed out that the UL Security seems to have stolen some Swarrock heavy industry technologies, and it has been suspected that the UL Security itself was made for combat operation of some kind. However, Ultilife has never addressed such allegations. He's sus. Like with all of this, who else? How do they call Ultilife? This Ultilife company is very sus. Sadly, we don't have that much in Girls Frontline 2 about them. Like all those companies that I learned from NeuroCloud, I don't see any from Girls Frontline 2 right now. Doll profile 2. Although the UL Security project has been publicly knowledge for a long time now, the exact details and nature of it remains a mystery. Few people know how many OL security units are in service, their detailed performance parameters, their cost, and the places in which they are deployed. The only known records of OL security data comes from the unit designated as Salmon, left behind when he joined Project NeuroCloud. There are more of them. While Simon was vague about the OL security specific during his entrance interview, and he did not fully comply with 42 Labs requirements for project candidates, the value of having an OL security as a specimen merit further considerations of this case. After discussion multiple parties, 42 Lab finally permitted Simon to join the project. A medical bodyguard? No. My job is way more dangerous. Let me think. Well, calling me an executioner would be a bit inaccurate. In that case, what do you think about Specimen Guardian? Would that be better? From the OL security interview log. And let's hear his voice. He does sound very malice.
そういや最近俺へのクレームがすごいんだって。お疲れさん。街で可愛いやつら見かけるとついからかいたくなっちまってさ。別に大したことしてねえよ。俺が最終生命にいた頃の話聞かせただけだ。そうしたらさ、話終わってもないのにビビってワンワン泣き出すんだよあいつら。ああ、ここが目まぐるしい戦場だったらな。欲求不満を解消する方法なんざ山ほどあるだろうに。オアシスは平和すぎるからダメなんだ。まあ今後は注意しとくよ。お前に迷惑はかけたくないからな。
I like his voice, and I need to know that there's something like this can be achieved too as a voice actor. I like also voicing male characters. Let's try this out. I hear you received quite a lot of complaints about me recently. It must have been tough. I can't help but want to tease those cute little brats on the streets whenever I see them. In truth, it's not as though I did anything too overboard. I simply told them about my experience at Ultilife. But before I could finish, they would run off crying and screaming. It would be one thing if we were on the battlefield and I could channel my energy into other avenues. But the Oasis is so peaceful. I will do my best to mind my behavior in the future and minimize any inconvenience to you. I really enjoyed this. I like it. I will be hearing it later how it sounds on the recording. But I hope my kind of first take was good. Always do.
ああ、社員証か。落としちまってた。あんがとな。そうさ、そこに映ってんのが俺だよ。たく、なんでメガネかけた程度で誰だかわからなくなるんだよ。言っとくけど、俺は目が悪いんじゃない。こりゃ殺気を隠すためだ。これで少しは親しみやすくなるだろう。仏頂面で目つきまで悪いと獲物に警戒されちまうからね。まあ教授には通用しないみたいだがなぜかってそりゃお前そもそも俺を怖がらないからな。
Thanks for bringing my Name takeover? No, there's no need to doubt me. The person in the picture is definitely me. Honestly, Professor, you have always like this. It's as though you cannot recognize me the moment I put my glasses on. By the way, I don't have many visual defects, which need corrections. The glasses are simply to suppress my killing intent and make it easier to approach others. After all, going around with a scroll on my face would only spook my prey. However, that doesn't seem to work too well on you, Professor. I wonder why. After all, you have never been afraid of me. I see, it's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah. Doll profile 3. By the way, I kind of want to... If only we had more male, or like any male dolls in Yours Frontline 2. Really, I wouldn't mind. Oh my god, there's something retracted here. Ultilife Department 7 Investigation Report. Department 7 is a doll developed think tank under Ultilife, but it possesses a great deal of latitude in terms of budgeting and staffing. On the surface, Department 7 is responsible for creating tactile feedback systems used in surgeons' dolls, but in truth it holds many dolls designed as test subjects for medical experiments in order to deprecate human illnesses. Department 7 was briefly shuttered after the Silver Fire incident exposed it, but it has been operating in secretly as late as 2016. Pictures from an informed source have confirmed that Department 7 operates UL security dolls who are used as watchmen for the task subjects. Their neurocloud setting seems completely devoid of empathy, pity and various possible personality traits. Not only are they cruel and ruthless, they seem to take pleasure in slaughtering dolls during executions. However, it is said that certain UL security dolls were secretly destroyed due to deliberately misplacing a valuable ULSD specimen after the Silver Fire incident. Although the evidence for that is unreliable. A lot of censored stuff. The whistleblower for this information went missing in November 2016. All inventions into this case has been terminated and all records have been sealed. Yeah, this Ultilife is a source of a company.
おっと、悪いな。上着を着とくんだったぜ。このおぞましい傷跡を見て気分が悪くならないといいが。前に言われてね。この傷をなんとかしろって。けどこの一つ一つに甘い記憶が刻まれてんだよな。捨て去るにゃ惜しい。例えばこの腕の傷、被験体を追ってた時に相手にはめられてさ、電動のこぎりに巻き込まれちまった。あの痛み、昨日のことのように鮮明だよ。それに肋骨んとこは暴れる被験体に何回かぶっ刺された跡だ。心配すんな。羊どもはちゃんと罰を受けたさ。奴らの腸頸骨を見てみたいか？綺麗だぞ。
It's crazy. Pardon me, I ought to be dressed. I hope my scars haven't put you off. Someone once reminded me to get my scars taken care of. But you see, each scar represents a sweet memory of me. so it's hard to let them go. For instance, this one here. I got it when one of the test subjects I was chasing sprung a trap on me and shoved my arm into a rotary saw. Ah, the pain is still fresh in my mind. And the ones here, by my ribs, those were from when one of the test subjects shanked me a few times. Still, there's no need to worry. Those poor lost lambs got their just desserts. Would you like to see their scapula, Professor? They are very pretty. Okay. I think at the end I kind of messed up a bit, but still, yeah, voice acting stuff is sometimes very fun. If it's male, man, voice acting females all the time is hard. Door profile 4. According to Arcadia records, Salmon was one of the first dogs to join the Guardians after the wipe-off incident. Salmon did not seem particularly pleased by being trapped on the cloud server. On the contrary, he deeply enjoyed the carnage on the cloud. Here, he was no longer bound by his god and could freely indulge in the joy of slaughtering without having to obey orders. He was absorbed in ants and served as one of the strongest fighter of the Guardians. Yeah, that's what I thought. He is pretty advanced and probably very similar to Sangama. However, Salmon's actions and his habits made most of the Guardians avoid him. With even Sangama being wary of him, Meanwhile, Delancey and Lind, who joined Anne around the same time as Salmon, by the way, Lind was also in Anne, has an even worse relationship with him. The former tried to rein in Salmon's radical actions many times, while the latter seems to have some knowledge of him from reality, so the former Delancey wanted to stop him, but Lind knows him from reality. By the way, Lind, we know he is coming to Girls Frontline too. Always fun.
俺の手帳が見たい？言ったはずだろう。教授には早いって。なんだお前、反抗期か？そんなに見たいってんなら仕方ねえな。覚悟しとけよ。ほら。ん？死体も骸骨もないスケッチだけだ？お前、本当に俺が獲物の結末を描くとでも思ったの？重厚な殺意と熾烈な愛は元をたどれば同じだ。メンタルの奥深くに一筆一筆刻み込むもんさ。教授、お前への殺意とお前への愛、どっちが多く俺を満たしてると思う？
Oh my god. You want to read my notebook? I told you it's not for professors. It seems you have reached your rebellion phase. In that case, prepare yourself then. Lest be your spooked. There we go. Was it truly that strange? No detailed drawings of corpses or grisly kills there, only simple sketches. Did you truly think that I would commit the face of my prey to paper? The blackest hatred and the most passionate love stem from the same source. They must be inscribed into the deepest of your neural cloud, one stroke at a time. So, Professor, with love and hate warring for possession of my soul, Which do you think is closer to winning? Yeah, we are nearing the end of this craziness. Doll Profile 5. After the Oasis began working with Arcadia, Salmon came to the Oasis as a representative of ants from the Guardians. Upon learning this, the Guardians began highlighting numerous things that the professor ought to know about their comrade. Even Delancey and Lind took the time to give the professor warning about him. In fact, they wanted to personally visit the Oasis to protect them. The Oasis went out of its way to assign several dolls to the professor as a bodyguard just in case anything happened. Oh my god, they are really wary of him. However, things went surprisingly well and Salmon made no threatening moves at all. In fact, he was remarkably well-mannered and polite. However, this did not imply that Salmon has no interest in the professor. On the contrary, once the meeting was over, he immediately applied to the station at the Oasis as a liaison. After considering that Salmon did not seem to be any ill wills to the professor, the Exiles and the Guardians approved the second demand request, but their cautions towards Salmon and the extra protective details for the professor has not been revoked to date. We're ending this one with Doll Voice 5.
数えてみりゃもうずっと狩りに出かけてねえやだらだらしてんのがお前の気に障らないといいけど何せこっちは狙ってんだこのミストルテインでお前の喉をかっ切るタイミングをなだがお前には常に人形どもがついて回る隙がまるでないなるほどとっくに見透かされてたってわけね何度かチャンスはあったんだだが結局は諦めたお前を殺す瞬間の快楽よりもお前が生きてた方が何倍も楽しいからなああ手を下さなくてよかっためでたしめでたしと
Now that I think about it, I haven't gotten out hunting for a while now. I hope my laziness doesn't displease you. After all, I need to keep a close eye on you and look for a chance to slip your throat with my mistle tin. But thanks to the dolls watching you around the clock, I haven't had any chances to do that at all. Ah, so you already saw through me. Well, it is true that I had several chances in the past, but I decided not to follow through after careful thought. After all, killing you would only give me a moment's enjoyment, which is nothing compared to the surprises that you constantly inflict on me by living. Good thing I didn't strike back then. How fortunate. How fortunate. It's crazy, but I liked him. I really enjoy his voice and manner. I actually dedicated the whole short to him. Yeah, that's probably one of the rarest opportunity to see a male doll. I do kind of want more male dolls also in Girls Frontline too. They're cool, but at least we got some in NeuroCloud. Maybe they will even continue with NeuroCloud one day. At least story-wise. That will be it for this bonus episode and for the whole Photoluminescence saga. Yeah, pretty cool chapter. The next one will be a couple smaller chapters and then Glooming Finale, which I will be preparing soon. I will be thanking you for watching and listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in some other neurocloud or whatever else. See you somewhere else. I kind of got off topic here. Anyway, take care.